Mountain Bike Man podcast. You got Hogs in Tradition. It overtook the building that Skinny Fats was in. I do really miss that Skinny Fats. That Broadway chicken sandwich was the fucking bomb, man. But they're gone. They closed their store. Hogs in Tradition took it over. It's a barbecue place. And then there's another barbecue place that opened up just a block away from it called Mission Barbecue. Now, I know Hogs in Tradition is expensive. Stop. I know Hogs in Tradition is expensive. They charge $42 for a pound, 16 ounces of lean, of $42 for a pound of brisket. Mr. B's Big Texas Barbecue, they charge $26, and they ask you if you want it lean or fatty. I prefer mine lean, and it does come very nice and lean. It does come nice and lean. So it's a pretty good price. Meat prices are going up. We're having issues with over flooding in the Mideast and Texas and whatnot. Boy, we sure could use some of that water over here. Come on down. Let's go left here. Brake left. But it's affecting crops. Could very well be affecting crops that feed animals, which could raise the price of meat. There's an article. We're gonna go in the shade. Brake right. Shade. Brake right. I forget what it was about. It's also the tariffs, I believe, are affecting the cost of meat per pound. Also, the imposed tariffs by the Trump administration. So, Mr. B's Texas Barbecue, $26 for a pound of brisket, may not be that way for very much longer. That's good. That's a good price, and it's very good brisket. And it's any way you want it, lean or fatty. I'll take it lean, thank you. But we'll probably do that. We just finished the pizza. And we're going to probably get that brisket here today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe I'll go vegan here for the next couple of days. Try to even up the score. I think the promo was only good for about a week though, so I definitely want to take advantage of it. Watch your head, buddy. good walk. Long, brisk, in the shade the whole time. 6 o'clock in the morning. Just like running, only you're not running, you're just briskly walking. Gotta stay in shape, guys. You may be 50 miles out, have a breakdown, and you may have to hike back in. That'd be a tough cookie to crack if your dirt bike broke down 50 miles out on a single track. Oh my God. Fuck. Knock on wood. Yamaha's a pretty stout machine, but GE guys usually do replace their bike at about 5 years to eliminate any issues, and that's right down the wheelhouse of my dirt bike right now. Slow. It's the same thing with my Can-Am Maverick. It's 7 years old now, so stop. So when you take a ride on it, you always ask yourself, are you able to recover this vehicle here with your Jeep? Now, if I break down, I'll call up Matt's Off-Road Recovery and I'll have them tow it in, of course. If I do break down somewhere way far out. But point being, you know, a 7-year-old off-road piece of equipment is not as reliable as it is brand new off the shelf. Would I buy a new one? Nah. The guy that bought the tires for my old one, for my Can-Am Maverick, my old tires, he spent $13,000 on his used one. And, you know, my price range, if I were to sell it, I know I mentioned selling it in one of my last videos, but it's just to get a fixation of a number in your head of what the value of something like that is. You know what I'm saying? I would say if I were to sell mine, it'd be right in the $20,000 bracket. And, you know, if they wanted the trailer, that trailer is going to be another $4,000 or $5,000 minimum. Trailers do not lose value. Especially that one right there. That's a 5,000 pound trailer. 5,000 pound load capacity, single axle. They don't make them anymore. They're all double axle. And a lot of people don't want to tow that extra weight. So it's a very valuable trailer. No, I'm not looking to sell the trailer. I'm not looking to do anything. I'm actually looking into a possible way to carry my street bike, dirt bike, and my Can-Am Maverick on that trailer. It's doable. That load would be about 2,800 pounds plus the 1,300 pound trailer. So it would be right in the wheelhouse, 4,100 pounds, 4,200 pounds. And it's a 5,000 pound trailer, so do the math. There'd be other gear on it too, but you know, generator and whatnot. But thinking of an easy way to be able to carry my street bike on there. In the front of a trailer, there's a steel front lip. You know, you could bolt a plate to that lip or weld it. I would bolt it because that's what I do. I'm not a welder. Then you could have a ramp. You could run your bike up on that steel plate, and once you get your bike up there, it would be guided by angle iron, so it can't slide in any direction, and then it would roll right into a wheel chock. And then from there you would tie it down, and then you would always have a safety line from your street bike to your Can-Am Maverick. Should all shit break loose, you'll have that safety line on the bike. So you would have the angle iron rails to guide it, and you would also have wheel straps on the front and back, and you know, probably you would probably put a double 2x4 behind the back wheel and bolt that in with wing nuts, you know what I'm saying? So it can't, no way that it can go in either direction. I don't know, it's a thought process. It's you have to draw up the plan and see how you want to do it. You know, that would require, I would say at the very least 3/8 of an inch aluminum or 3/8 of an inch steel plate. I don't think you would run the plate the full distance. The plate would only run where you load up the bike. So the rear tire would be on a plate and the front tire would be on the plate, and then in between the two plates you'll probably have the inverted angle iron that the front tire rides on to get to the wheel chock. You don't want to just, I mean, it'd be great. I've got a company pricing me out a plate 10 inches by 80 inches, but 3/8 inch thick. I would prefer aluminum because it's easier to drill, easier to work with, and the strength is the same as steel, but it's much lighter. A full length plate would be the best option, but not necessarily. You can put down 10 inch by 14 inch by 3/8 inch aluminum plates on each end, and they can be connected by 2-inch angle iron, so bolted all together. The angle iron would be wider in the back to accommodate the rear tire, but once the rear tire is on, the angle iron would be closer to accommodate the front tire. That would be lightweight, and of course it has to support, the angle iron has to be able to support 200 pounds. believe that angle iron would have to, it was certainly 2-inch by 2-inch angle iron steel, and it'd have to be probably a 1/4 inch thick flanges. I don't know. Everything is just a thought process right now, gentlemen. But just think it, you'd be able to take your street bike, you'd be able to take your dirt bike, you'd be able to take your Can-Am Maverick, and you won't have to unload your Can-Am Maverick or your dirt bike to get your street bike off. You could be able to just roll it up and roll it out. You would also need to have a ramp to walk on as you load a secure ramp to walk on as you load the street bike onto the trailer. And then once you get it up there, you'll have to devise some type of system to clamp it so it doesn't move until you're able to tie it down. You know what I'm saying? Some type of clamp system. You're going to roll it up there. The wheel chock can only do so much. Maybe you'll get a wheel chock that can literally hold the bike up. That's also an option. They make those too, where once you roll the bike up and it falls into that wheel chock, it holds it up. I mean, you can't leave it just like that. You still have to tie it down, but that would hold the bike in place until you had a chance to tie it down. They make wheel chocks like that. I think that would be the way to go. So, and like I said, everything would be bolted down, and with nylon nuts, probably 3/8 inch bolts, nylon nuts, the angle irons, probably 5/16, 1/4 inch bolts, nylon nuts. Dude, it would be very stout, and it's not that high. Your trailer, when it's on the Jeep, loaded and everything, it's not like a real high vertical trailer to get your street bike up there. It's a pretty gentle incline, and you wouldn't push it up. You would ride it up. Rather push it up, but use the engine to propel it up to the top of the to the top of the ramp and shit. Anyways, it's something in the planning phase. I've always wanted to be able to take my street bike and my Can-Am Maverick together, but my other Jeep wasn't capable of towing that much weight, so I didn't have to worry about it. But this Jeep here, it can, if you wanted to tow an 8,000 pound trailer with my Jeep, you could very easily do it. I mean, it's rated for 3,500 pound towing, but that's only because Jeep didn't want to spend the extra money and do the extra testing for, the automotive industry. They didn't want to spend that extra money and do the extra testing, so they just said 3,500 pounds, just like every other Jeep. But this Jeep with a Hemi, 392 Hemi, I guarantee you, you can pull 8,000 pounds without blinking. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I'm gonna call it, and we'll keep you up to date on that process. It's just a plan that I've got in my head. I've jotted down some notes on how to do it. Thinking about it now, you really need to either go all steel or all aluminum. You really shouldn't. I don't think that's gonna. You can always put isolation washers when you bolt the aluminum to the steel too. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, you've got a wheel chock, a steel wheel chock that has to be put in place. It's interesting. This is interesting, but it's very doable. So I'm going to shut you down for now. That's the Mountain Bike Man podcast with the future trailer that'll carry the street bike, Can-Am Maverick, and dirt bike. That would be the ultimate show, road show, you know what I'm saying, to have a good time on a road trip to Idaho, to have those three. Oh, well, yeah, you're going to have to take a mountain bike with you there, too. We'll cross that bridge another day. I have aspirations to take my street bike with me, so, and the Can-Am Maverick. I don't necessarily need the Can-Am Maverick in Idaho. The dirt bike can pretty much cover that nut, but you know, we're going to Fish Lake. It'd be great to have the Can-Am Maverick, dirt bike, and street bike there. That would be a road show. Anyways, we're going to shut you down for now. That's it for this video. I've got to go. Father Nature's calling me.